The only thing I get to do and I'm truly happy doing is being a realtor. My passion involves helping people find the perfect place to go home. My name is Valentine Njoroge, and welcome to my space. So with a background in biochemistry, real estate came into my life as just a way of making a living. So most of you know me with that background of real estate. So allow me to give you a brief story of my life, where I'm from. I was born in a family of two. I have one sibling, a brother, and my mom. So my family is 3 people. I was born in Nanyuki, went to primary school in Nanyuki, and then I joined high school. High school sasa ndio nikaenda Jonjo Girls High School, which is in Nyahururu. Your place iko na baridi, my God. I think that is where I even developed allergies for cold. But anyway, after Jonjo, nikaitwa KU. I passed with flying colors, of course. Lazima ninge work hard because, you know, some of us are from very humble backgrounds. If you don't study, nobody's going to pay for private university. So I had to actually work so hard so that I can be able to be called kuitwa uni, unajua, bila kupita the private side. So that is how I joined KU. And in my heart, nilikuwa ninataka kujoin KU main campus because I really wanted to come to Nairobi. But wakaniita Kitui bana uwe. Kitui campus. I cried, I crowed, but hatukuwa na option. I still had to join Kitui. I remember my mom taking me there. It was so far. Alafu tulikuwa tumeenda na matatu. We used the Thika route. Tulienda, tukaenda, it was on a Sunday. I was reporting on Monday, but I had to go on, we had to actually start traveling on Sunday kwa sababu ya the distance. So it's me and my mom and my huge bag. I know I'm short, but I had such a huge suitcase. Nilikuwa nimeweka kila kitu hapo. And then I had an opportunity before I even joined campus to work for a surveyor. So nilikuwa gather some small monies, which I actually bought a good phone and some few outfits. So I had such a huge suitcase. Nilikuwa nimeweka vitu and then maduve nini. Yeah, I was joining campus and I was so happy. So we went on Sunday but reported to school now on Monday. And I remember kwa laini we were all complaining because all of us wanted to go to main campus and here we are, tumeitwa Kitui. And kwa laini we were complaining and I was the loudest. I remember my mom telling me, Shiro, nyamaza, you are talking too much. And after that, everybody in school knew me. I actually wanted them to know me as Valentine because of that incident. Sasa kila mtu ameshanijua as Shiro. We complained. And then after we were admitted, people started applying for transfers. Some succeeded and left us, but sisi ole wetu, we had to study in Kitui. But with time, we learned to, you know, integrate ourselves into the system. Tukapenda that school. It was not so crowded. The facilities were good. The food was amazing. The chapatis were so delicious. Oh my God, I still remember them. So we learned to be happy where we are. And then, funny enough, imagine Kitui campus ilikuwa inatoa first class zile mingi in the history of KU. So our learning environment was also very good. And yeah, for the 4 years I stayed in Kitui, I can say they were my best. And I graduated with a bachelor's in biochemistry. And then now we came to the real world. Unajua ukiwa kampo, you're there, your parent is sending you money, you have held money, so you do not have so much problems. We just survive and then it's a happy environment. Ukitoka huku nje, you realize it is not as easy as you thought. Sasa umekuja into the real world, you have to find a job. Your parent wants you out, you know, to go into the real world and start surviving. So things start becoming now a reality. So where do you begin? We begin with internships. So tukaenda museum, internships hapa na pale, and then now ni kutafuta sasa the real job. You know, internships uisha, sasa munaingia sasa kutafuta kazi. Wacha tutume CV. Just like any other person, you tarmac, you look for work which is not coming. I remember the first time, actually the first job I got was still in sales. I think my life has just been aligned to do sales. Sijui kwa nini, because job yenye ya kwanza nilipata bado ilikuwa ya sales, but ilikuwa sales za stationery, selling printers, selling Conqueror papers, selling printers. And we had to go from office to office looking for clients for these things. Hiyo kazi ilikuwa inanichokesha. My God, I hated that job. Like Sunday ilikuwa inafika jioni, and I know on Monday I'm supposed to wake up and go to this job, and I actually felt sick. I used to look forward to holidays every day. Like I liked holidays, I liked being at home. For the very first time I liked being at home because hii job ilikuwa inanipatia pressure. And then the moving, I'm in Westlands, another time I'm in Ngong Road, another time I'm in I don't know where. It never used to sit well with me. So eventually I quit. But before I quit, there are people around me. At that point, I remember the person I was dating, the brother had already graduated, like he was 2 years ahead of us, and he had joined real estate when he finished. So tulikuwa tumeona akiwa na do, like he was selling land, I remember. Alikuwa na do, his name is Pato. Najua ataona hii video. Alikuwa na do, so I really admired him, and I decided why not look for a job that hiyo ya kuuza property, hiyo ya kuuza land. And that is how I applied for now a sales in property job. So nikaitwa, funny enough, nikaitwa interview, and I went and aced that interview. I remember Royal Properties, and we were selling land in Maimahio, we were selling land in Emali, and yeah, I integrated myself into the system again, and I started selling. I remember getting inspiration from Pato, like cold calling. He used to give us database. Yeah, he used to actually give us database to cold call these clients. Tunawaambia we are selling this and this, and voila, I got my first sale. Like I sold my first land to someone, cold calling them and telling them I sell land. They actually bought from me that land, and I was so happy. I remember it was Maimahio, and then God continued opening doors. I started now selling, like mimi ndio champe sasa. I sold Emali. I sold another one in Emali. Yani now I've gotten into that system. I know how to market, but see at ile, you know, marketing ile unaweza sema ni ya expert. I'm still new, but I can be able to call someone and introduce myself and sell, you know, a piece of land to them. So that went on and on. I left that company. I joined another one now, selling Nanyuki, and Nanyuki was also very, very good. We sold several plots. I sold several one of them, and kwa hiyo tu nikiendelea. That is how now I joined selling of houses. Funny enough, these people have been part of my life for so long. Patrick, my friend Raisa. So it happened, we don't now have a job. Sisi wote tumeka home, you know, and Raisa happened to go for an interview kwa a property selling company, Mahika Homes. Ameenda kuita interview, akaulizwa, which other person do you know who can be able to sell? And she actually mentioned my name. So ametoka interview, I'm being called and told, someone has referred you to us and we would like you to come for an interview tomorrow. Oh my goodness. I started preparing for this interview, and I went for that interview and aced it. So sasa tumetoka kuuza mashamba, we're just about to sell houses. This is a very big difference because land is cheap, not as cheap as you think, but the price range for land and houses are different. So now you have to learn. It's like now you are a student again. You have to learn how to sell houses, and it was not easy because the pressure was so much. I remember I stayed for 2 months without selling anything, and we were just verge. Tulikuwa tumebakisha tu kidogo tufutwe. And then I sold to my first client. And I remember I was so happy. I could not even believe it because the commission again is koko juu. You know, 100,000 in 2018 was a big, big deal. So here I am, I've sold my first house. Oh my goodness. And now this client has again brought a friend. So I remember I sold the first house on Tuesday. And then Friday, I've sold a second house. And then there were, what do we call this? Incentives. If you sell 2 houses in a week, you on top of your salary, you have an incentive, and then your commission also is higher. So, you can imagine how much I had by Saturday, you know? So this is when I realized that I actually have the potential. I can actually sell houses. I can actually be good at what I do. I can excel in everything I do, real estate. And yeah, it has been a smooth journey from there. Nimeuza manyumba nazo nimeuza. Tukianza hii job tulikuwa tumechapa, tulikuwa mbaya. But now we are able to change our wardrobe, you are able to present yourself, you are able to look good, and tukaendelea tukifikiria, tumefika sasa, tuko pale. Yeah, we are heading to the peak. But let me tell you, what is COVID? COVID ndo hiyo imekuja. And then imekuja at such a wrong time because we talk of kukaukiwa. Real estate has good days and it has challenging days as well. So challenging days mean you're not selling. Haiwezi kakuwa pia unauza kila siku. So you're not selling. COVID has come when you're not selling, Hey, unfortunately we were laid off. We were told now we don't think we will be able to accommodate all of you, considering, the company is not making as much as it was because of COVID and other factors. So we were laid off and masani ya kwenda nyumbani. Let me tell you, I suffered. I suffered a good one. No job. Watu hawanunui manyumba. No contacts. You're always at home. So it means nothing is working. Nothing is going on. And hey, we learned resilience. I personally learned resilience during COVID time. You had to rebrand yourself again. You had to learn to freelance. Pale you were under a salary and you had commission. So even if you don't sell, you can at least ka salary, to push you through the next month, to give you, a few things here and there. Sasa, you're on your own. You're freelancing. You're relying on commission only. So, hey, I had to start again. Like a new student, because I had never freelanced before, and now I'm out here. We have been thrown to the wolves. You learn things afresh. So I decided not to concentrate on so many properties. I just find one developer who is doing a good job, and I can just focus on one property that is going to sell, that is moving, that is fast moving. And that's how I identified some properties that were being sold in Kenyatta Road. They were still bungalows. And God's favor followed me, I know, because I marketed these houses and I got clients. Like, they were coming. Hawaiishi. I'm there closing these deals. I'm there just selling site visits, the favor was there with these houses. And even as we continued now again, life started making sense again. Umerudi sasa mali ulikuwa. At least you can be able to pay your rent, you can be able to buy a few things here, you can be able to invest a few places here and there. So life started making sense again. And then during that time again, COVID ikaanza tena kupungua. So people have gone back to offices, people have gone back to investing, people have gone back to site visits without so much fear. We have started again giving flyers to clients on the roads, and they're accepting. Unajua time ya COVID wewe ulikuwa unapea mtu flyer nakata. They were not even, hawako wanashukisha mpaka dirisha kuchukua hiyo flyer because the fear of the disease. So at least wameanza tena accept kukamata kwa site visit without fearing so much. They've started buying again. The diaspora market again has opened. And then along the way, I met Wangai Property. And I thought about it because already nilikuwa nimesha learn how to freelance. I had already learned how to survive without a salary, and I was good. And sasa, I'm back to the employment sector again. Someone wants to employ me again, and tuuze pamoja. I was not so much convinced, but after we went to Rongai, I remember we actually had to go to Rongai and see the properties they have done, their phases, because phase 1 and 2 is in Rongai. Tukaenda, and I was so impressed. Oh my God. Ni kitambo sana nikiona developer who is so much into detail. They are, finishing zao zinakapoa, like they really like what they do. So when mimi niliona hiyo, I was sold and I really wanted to work with this developer. So alikuwa anataka sasa kutoka Ronga akuje Juja. So we only had 8 units in Juja. Sasa imefika ni time ya kwenda kunionyesha kwenye tunafaa kuuza property. Wacha tuende. Guy, interior. I knew this would be a challenge because, in this market, clients wanakuanga, they do not like distances. Ati unamuingiza sijui wapi off-roading, hataki. They like things that are near the highway, near facilities, near the supermarket, near the petrol stations, hospitals. So tena kuingiza mtu, unamuingiza uko ndani. The many times clients walirudi katikati. Like mtu ananifuata nyuma with their car, and then tukiwa halfway through the journey, ananipigia simu na ananiambia, huko hata tutaki. We don't even want to reach where you are taking us, young girl. It's too far. We are not gonna come. So it became challenging. Hadi saa zile mimi napeleka client site, you go praying. Dear God, I pray huyu afike. Dear God, I pray asinipigie simu aniambie, anarudi. So we tried. There were just 8. They were so beautiful. If you follow me on my pages, you know those houses are beautiful. But where they are, story for another day. So ilikuwa challenge. There were just 8, but we took so long to sell these houses. Like from when? Was it September? Yeah. From September 2022 up to June, bado ninapambana nazo 2023, which is so unlike me because there were just 8 units. You expect them to, ziende haraka. But kuna watu walinunua and I thank them. Hey, I'm truly grateful to these people who bought that site because it was a challenge. Then now we came to a new phase. After we sold out that one, now we came to a new phase, which was nearer to the road, nearer to Juja, so it was easy to sell. So we had to do a lot of marketing. We had to do a lot of brand awareness because when a project is far, it means you put double the effort. You put double the marketing budget. You put double of everything. So we accumulated so many clients along the way. And our clients wakakuja wakatubaia phase 4, by the way. Phase 4, phase 5. And then, the journey now became so smooth. Yeah. Sasa sai, it's, I'm still perfecting my craft. That's why I'm here, actually. And the journey has been amazing so far. Bado tunauza, still have a new phase. So, I intend to, continue with what I'm doing, continue impacting the lives of people, continue impacting the lives of families because unapata, you attract so many people. You attract families, you attract people who are investing, you attract parents who are buying for their kids, you attract, kids who are buying for their parents. So along this journey, you interact with a lot of people. And my aim is to always impact the lives of these people. It has its own challenges. Unapata na developer wa unauza raw safi. Najua? And then the developer doesn't deliver. There are challenges along the way. But so far, I thank God for the favor. And the favor of having a good developer who does their job. Like who is passionate about delivering houses to owners, delivering what they promised in the correct timelines. So that has been my 6-year journey, which has been amazing. I would like to thank everyone, each and every client who has bought from me so far. I do not actually take it for granted. I've created so many good relationships with so many of you. Some have even become family. Kuna wengine, they call me every day. Ukiusponiona Saturday ni kesi. Some of you want me to come to your houses every day. And I do not take it for granted. And for those who are also yet to join me, you follow me and say, one day I'm going to buy from Valentine. Because I've actually had clients who have followed me for so long and they come and tell me, I've followed you on your pages and now I'm ready to buy. So if you're there, you feel like you will one day buy from me. Asante sana. And for those who have even bought from me, pia ninasema asante because it's very hard to call someone. You see something on social media or anywhere else, and you call someone who you do not know and trust them with your millions. Yeah, it is not as easy as people think. So I want to take this opportunity to thank each one of you. Yeah, and let's continue with this journey. Mi bado nitauza manyumba, and I'm here to impact your lives and help you find your dream home.